welcome on board. This is Anisha here. Very important video for all the students who have got the IIM Amritsar Stage 1 registration email. Please remember, this is a pre-registration process for your personal interview. This is not a shortlist for your interviews. You have to now fill up your IIM Amritsar registration form, which the deadline is 10th Jan 5 p.m. The cost of the application form is 1000 rupees for general, NCOBC and EWS category. For the other categories, it is rupees 500. Please remember, 5 p.m. 10th of January. Last year, the application form was extended till 3rd week of Jan, but let's not wait for those extensions and make sure we meet the deadlines. Okay, once you are submitted your application forms, then there will be an evaluation, the admission policy, which I will walk you guys through. If you meet all of them, then you will be shortlisted for the final personal interview round, which is going to be online. Last year, we had 15,277 interview shortlist calls released. Final offers were made to 3,054 students. Okay, now let's quickly understand first about the admission process. Then we will move ahead to understand how do we prepare for it. First thing is, check out your emails. Check the registration form page. You will have to register out here. You need your CAT ID, email address, date of birth, and you will need your password. Then it will ask you to upload all the documents, which includes 10th, 12th graduation mark sheets, conversion certificate if required for any of your academic years, and your work experience documents, which is your work experience certificate. Okay, the admission policy this year, which is given on the website, is that firstly, this is the document which talks about the admission process for all the category students for MBA batch of 2025. Now here, the pre-personal interview process, which is there. This is the minimum eligibility criteria is as follows, which you will continue to. Section 1, which is your, so firstly is going to be your CAT percentile across all the categories, right? General students, quants 80 percentile, DILR 75 percentile, verbal 75, overall 90. It is the same for general and the EWS category. NCOBC, quants is 65, DILR and verbal is 60, overall is 80. SC students, quants 55, DILR and verbal 50, overall 55. ST, it is 35 in all the sections and 40 overall. Same goes for the PWD candidates, 35 in each section and 40 overall. After this, then there is a pre-I process shortlisting which is done. Based on this process, after this we will consider your 10th and your 12th scores along with your board exams, which is adjusted by the 90th percentile score obtained in the respective boards for your 10th and 12th board. Okay? Then for all the candidates in the first shortlist, which is based on your CAT percentile, graduation scores are awarded based on the range of your marks in terms of the percentage. If you have less than or equal to 55, you will get a 0 in graduation score. 55 to 65, you get 1 mark. 65 to 70, you get 2. 70 to 80, you get 3. 80 to 90, you get 4. Greater than 90, you get 5. For all the shortlisted candidates based on the points mentioned in 8 and your adjusted scores as outlined in 9th and 10th is basically your 10th and 12th graduation scores. All of this once it is done, then you have parameters assigned. CAT score 50% weightage, 10th 10%, 12th 10%, graduation 5%, which is based on this 5 mark scores which we have just discussed. Gender diversity 10% and work experience 15%. So there's a good amount of weightage given to your work experience, as you can see. Based on this, the pre-PI score is calculated for each of the candidates based on the above weights, and the above process will result in a shortlist of candidates, which is like a merit score based on your pre-PI score. From this, you will be shortlisted and called for your personal interview based on your rank. Okay? Second stage is going to be a personal interview process. Here you are evaluated on your academic background, work ex, personal traits, and of course your awareness and knowledge about what's happening in the current industry, trends, basics of MBA, all of that will be covered. Then you will get post PI score के बाद aggregate scores, which is PI weightage is 70%. So your PI is a make or break in IIM Amritsar. 10% weightage to work experience, 10% weightage to gender diversity, 10% weightage to academic diversity. After that, there's a final aggregate score which is made based on pre-PI score and the post-PI score. So pre-PI score into 0.6 plus post-PI score into 0.4 is where you get your final aggregate score. Based on this, you will have the ranking and merit list prepared, and based on that, your final admission offers will be rolled out. This is the entire admission policy for IIM Amritsar for this academic year. To get a fair idea about how the batch has been doing, if we check out the placement report, this is 2024 batch placement details. It was a batch of 277 students, out of which, if you look at the educational background of them, 18% comp science engineers, 17% electrical and electronics engineers, 14% from BCom and finance, 14% from mechanical and automobile engineering background, 9% from BBA, 9% from maths, physics, eco background, 6% from chemical engineers, 6% civil engineers, and 7% others candidates. Here, if we look at this, the gender ratio was 75:25. The average work ex of the batch is 25 months. As you can see, there's a significant weightage given to the work experience in your entire selection process. This batch, if we look at the placement highlights, you had highest international package was 58.52. Highest domestic was 28. The top quartile of the batch average was 19.73, and the top quartiles median was 18.01. Okay, multiple companies have been coming on campus, and if we look at the domains dominated by finance, which is in 35%, GenMan 18%, marketing and sales 15%, consulting 14%, IT analytics 13%, ops is 3%, and others 2%. Okay, that's a fair idea about what is IIM Amritsar like. Now, very important, how do you start preparing for it? First thing you will do is go to the dockets, check out the IIM What PI dockets, and pick up the IIM Amritsar document. Start reading all the students' interview experiences. It's a compilation of 20 interview experiences which will help you to understand what kind of questions do come, what kind of grilling as to what level has been done by all the IIM professors in your IIM Amritsar interviews. Once you're done with that, then very important, come to the building what PI skills section. Check out these videos, which is like the most expected interview questions answers. How do you prepare your answers? Watch these videos to understand what is it that the panelists want to ask you, why are they asking, what is the answers that you are giving, and why you are giving that answer from the interview mentors who are from IIM Ahmedabad, IIM Calcutta, SPJain Mumbai, IIM Lucknow. Watch out all of these videos, prepare your answers based on them. Then, very important, we have to prepare ourselves for the functional dossiers, which is basics of marketing, finance, strategy, operations. It's like doing a mini MBA and going before your interview is done. Then we come to current affairs. Here, check out the daily GK read articles. Very important. Why? Because if I look at the general articles, it's very important to understand the important facts and figures, but also to create your own opinion. So when you check out these documents, this is going to help you to have a quick summary of the important news, what's happening in the industry right now, and how to create your opinion on the same. Then comes your what process. In IIM Amritsar, you don't have what. Other IIMs, you will have what as well. So ये different types of what के samples हैं. Check out and read them up. Very important, the day your final shortlist for IIM Amritsar interview calls will be announced, We will have an Alumni Connect session with all your seniors from IIM Amritsar to help you understand how to prepare for the interviews, how to make sure you're able to convert your calls. If we look at the RTI data, based on the last year's batch, which is studying in campus right now, the last person to enter the CAT percentile for general students was 88.37, OBC was 79.63, EWS was 88.12, SC 60.94, ST was 41.38. So please make sure each one of you guys who have got the shortlist, you have the chance to make it through there. Right now, the shortlist criteria, minimum percentile says 90 percentile for general candidates. So everybody above 90 percentile who fills in the application form has an equal opportunity to make it to IIM Amritsar. Just make sure you work hard, study well, and convert your calls. All the best. Stay tuned to the channel for all the updates, and make sure you do not miss your What PI classes starting from 6 Jan every day, Monday to Sunday, 10 to 11 p.m. All the best. Take care.